Welcome to Sunlust Map 20. First thing I want to do is grab a soul sphere and shoot this pain elemental. Now I want to use these Hell Knights as a shield to kill all the chain gunners. And once that's done, I want to hit the switch right in front of them. Unfortunately, I failed on the first try, so I'll have to try again. But this time I succeed. Now I want to go up this area with a staircase with health bonuses, and then snipe out a few revenants after super shotgunning that one. Revenant 1. Revenant 2. This one's rather irritating because it can get blocked by imps all the time. And Revenant number 3. Sometimes, if I'm unlucky, the imps block Revenant number 2 enough that I can't actually get it. But this is where I hit the switch, jump down, and try and kill these archviles using the super shotgun, because I've got no better tool for the job right now. Unfortunately, I get blasted there. I'm not sure why I got blasted. I must have just not taken something into account. Something I should mention about this map. I really like the music. The music is really nice. And something else I should mention. While you're on that top ledge, if you're in the wrong spot, then the cyber demon up there can shoot you. That one up there. What I want to do here is hide in this cubbyhole area, where the yellow key was. And then when I see the Hell Knights, I want to circle around and grab the rockets and shells. Now, my main objective is to kill that archvile over there. If you don't get a clear sight of them from that side, then just switch around between the sides until you can. And make sure to lure everything away so that they don't get in your way and stop you, crushing you to death and killing you. Dying usually isn't the best choice of action, so I'd say that not dying would be a good idea. This is the area in which I died most in the map, actually, which may surprise you. It's probably because I just didn't get the area too well. And on the first few attempts, I was indecisive about which choice of action to go. Sometimes some Hell Knights or imps get in there, so you want to make sure to clear them out. Hitting this switch raises a staircase out, so I want to take the staircase and then run over here and kill the chain gunners. Now I've got a couple options for what to do, but it's usually a good thing when this archvile is alerted, because that means that I can kill it prematurely. Sometimes it doesn't get alerted, and sometimes it does. But if it does get alerted, and once it's dead, you want to kill all of the Hell Knights on that ledge. And try not to do what I just did. I'm being conservative with rockets because I don't want to waste all of them. I need some of them later. In the, well, the area that everyone remembers this map for. Next I want to take this area and go the other routes. This is what I meant when I was indecisive in my first few runs. Sometimes I chose to take this route, sometimes the route that I took in this run. I've determined that the other route is better if I want to have a greater chance of winning. At least for me. My strategy here is to try and get one of the Revenants to infight with the Hell Knights. And once I've done that, I kill the stragglers. If you don't kill the Archvile, then you sort of want to retreat back after alerting it. It would be right where those shells were. In this area, they release 3 cacodemons, which is a far cry from what will happen later. They pose practically no threats, unless you screw up really terribly. Next, I want to walk into this area and hit this switch. Walking up to the switch opens this area, but I screw this up for some reason. Yeah, this is one of those runs where everything goes wrong. But fortunately for you, the viewer, it makes it more entertaining. But walking into that switch area lowers this area, and that allows you to get an invulnerability, which I will use swiftly in this area. I decided not to do things slowly, and wanted to just blast my way through everything. I make a full circuit with the invulnerability after killing some of the Archviles, and then, since I don't have any more cells, I blast the remaining vials with the rocket launcher, and take the cells that were behind all the vials, Barons, and the Cyberdemon, and blast a few guys. At this point, my main objective is to just kill everything that's not the Cyberdemon, so that once I can, I'll be in a better position to kill the Cyberdemon. And now I'm just going to circle around this for a while. It takes a while to kill the Cyberdemon, and I don't want to waste my BFG shot because I need to use it later. I'll speed up this part a bit so that it takes less time. Unless you screw up really badly, you should be able to win this fight at this point. And for some reason I just fire a shotgun blast into the wall. How wasteful. The next thing I want to do is collect these rockets, and if I already have them, then I want to blast down all these guys. I'm pretty sure that the Archviles cannot resurrect those Barons, so you don't have to be too mindful of that. I like sniping this guy down because when I open these 6 doors, it's much less annoying if I accidentally get sniped by the Baron. Sometimes you can get those guys to infights, but not this time. When I go and pick up the Mega Armor, or go into the area where it is, it releases an Archvile and 2 Pinkies. It's in your best interest to kill them as quickly as possible. Also, I think that that Archvile resurrected that guy on the last tick it possibly could, which is just irritating. Now, the next fight is the most difficult in the map, and the one that I don't have the best strategy for, so I want to be at full health, regardless of how wasteful that might be. Of course, it's best to snipe these chain gunners before starting. Better to stack the odds in your favor, even when the odds are irrevocably against you, or at least in my case they are. So, I like standing right here so that I can duck behind this wall to my right. However, in many cases this doesn't work. I'd say I've got at most a 50% success rate with this strategy, especially without 1 BFG blast. But in this case I have 2, which is excellent. But that doesn't stop me from screwing up this fight. You can knock these guys down, and this is how I screw things up. And something else that I didn't anticipate happens. These guys get alerted. I don't know how they got alerted, but they did. And this screws me over a bit. However, I guess I'm just lucky today because I managed to kill them anyways. I just managed to maneuver fairly well. You know, I think I might want to make a fight like that, where it's all about maneuvering around revenants in a small space like this. I think that'd be a fun fight, at least in my opinion, because I like fighting revenants in tight spaces. Something I noticed while playing this map. As long as those archviles don't get down from there, though, they serve no threat. Unless you're fighting the Revenant wave, then they serve a lot of threats. Now, the reason that I'm clearing this out early, even though I don't have any reason to go up here, it will become clear very soon. When I hit the red switch, which is in the center of the map, it will release a massive horde of cacodemons, as well as open up a small cubbyhole to the side. This is another of the more difficult parts of the map, so I decide to get some health. Of course, it doesn't stop me from screwing it up though. This is one of the secrets. That switch right there, it opens up all those revenants and that cyber demon. I want them to infight with the cacodemons, so I might as well release them. And now I go here. When I go up this switch, which you can ride up like a staircase, you can go behind here. And you're mostly safe behind here, as long as you just don't get hit by a whole bunch of projectiles, which of course is what I do. However, I did waste a soul sphere because there's a megasphere right here. Typical me, forgetting things. Something I do while I'm here is I try and kill all these pain elementals because there's no reason for them to be alive. Eventually the Spider Mastermind dies though, and once the Spider Mastermind dies, I'm going to kill the Archviles that remain, since they pose the greatest threat. As you can see, way back there, there's a bunch of cacodemons. They're all behind the platform, but I figured that this was a quicker and easier way to deal with them. I saw it in A1's video of this map, so I thought might as well use this. However, that invulnerability strategy on the door fight I did come up with myself, so yeah. This is what I talk about when I say I screw up terribly again. I decided to leave too early, and then I nearly get pinned by a bunch of revenants. Lucky me, I don't. However, it doesn't mean that things are going to be easy now. I decided to take both soul spheres because I'm in that desperate of a situation. And then I wasn't really sure what to do here, but I knew that if I stayed here, the cyberdemons would continue to infight with all those cacodemons. So that's what I did. I started attacking all those guys, those revenants on the wall. But then I decided that I should hit those two switches. Those two switches, when pressed, allow you to go back and exit the map. However, I'm going for a UVMax, so that's not what I want yet. But it does mean that I can teleport out of this area. Right now I'm trying to get this guy to invite, but I give up because I don't feel like continuing that endeavor. And now I sort of just kill cacodemons and straggler revenants that are on this side of the arena. I think that I got hit by splash damage there, because if I get hit by a rocket then I'd definitely be dead. At this point, most of the enemies are dead. The next thing I'm going to do is go into the area where all the cacodemons came from. Well, not all of them, but the vast majority of them. Some of them teleport in from the sides, I think. Either that or they're released on the sides. I do notice this revenant, however, which is sniping. I don't like that, so I kill it. Now this area, walking in and pressing this switch is one of the most dangerous things in the map. But lucky me, I don't die. This was my first time making it this far in the map, out of all of my 44 attempts, I believe they were. So, I think it's pretty good fortune. In this area, there's 2 cyberdemons on the left, which I decide to just 2-shot. Although I think I screw up this second one. Yep. And there's also a bunch of imps and 4 archviles on pillars. So I don't want to advance too far. Another thing is that if I advance onto the left side, then 2 archviles, which are deaf, will be able to see me and will then attack. So, it's not good to go that way either. Now I decide to kill those 2 archviles. Fire 2 shots just for safety, I guess. Hitting this switch lowers this lift behind me, which allows me to access the blue key. Now on the other side, there's a trap. It's a decently deadly trap if you don't know about it. There's a lift on the other side, and when you press it to go up, it releases 2 archviles and a large amount of enemies behind you, including several pain elementals. And of course, a bunch of revenants. Always in good fun. So, being the reasonable and logical human being that I am, I decide to kill the vials first, because they are definitely the most deadly enemies there. This area is a bit of an ammo drain, I'd say. At least this particular ambush. Because it releases a bunch of barons, and also pain elementals. 2 enemies famous for their ability to waste your ammunition. I decide to take them both since there is no shortage of ammunition at this point. at least sell ammunition. Doesn't appear there's a shortage of any other ammunition either. Yeah, this map isn't too bad on ammo, except at the beginning. Once you get past the beginning, though, and go into this area, ammunition is abundant. Usually that cyber demon on top of this area is still alive, but this time it isn't, so all the better for me. Less risk. Now I can go collect the final secrets, which is activated by the blue key. It allows me to get Soul Sphere, Mega Armor, and some cells. Now that I'm back here, I must kill the remaining enemies on this side of the arena. And now that the cyber demons are dead, I've practically won. I don't know why I go around those pillars, I could have gone through them. So, there we have it, Inverti in Darkness. This is an excellent map. I especially like the music and the aesthetic. The song is from a game called Final Fantasy Tactics, which I know nothing about, per usual. And this map, I'm pretty sure that it was originally part of the Subterranean episode, you know, like Map 14. It looks very similar to Map 14, but it's been redified. It's got like red and stuff. So, I thought that's interesting. This is most definitely the hardest map so far. It took me 44 attempts, which is a new record. So, that's it for today. Enjoy your day, and goodbye.